Hayakum, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Please rise for the national anthem of the United Arab Emirates.
To commence this special occasion with blessings and positivity, let us now listen to the recitation of prayer. I invite Mr. Kareem for the same.
السلام عليكم. هو الذي أنزل من السماء ماء لكم منه شراب ومنه شجر فيه تسيمون ينبت لكم به الزرع والزيتون والنخيل والأعناب ومن كل الثمرات إن في ذلك لآية لقوم يتفكرون. صدق الله العظيم.
Thank you, Mr. Kareem. So, Assalamu alaikum, everyone. On behalf of the entire Tathmeer team, it's my absolute pleasure to welcome you all to the soft launch of Tathmeer, a groundbreaking digital platform that bridges the gap between farmers, agri-tech innovators, investors, supply chain partners, and consumers. Tathmeer stands as a beacon of innovation, sustainability, and progress in agriculture, aligning perfectly with the UAE's ambition for food security and agricultural modernization. We are honored to have with us some esteemed dignitaries and industry leaders who are shaping the future of agriculture and technology. Thank you, everyone, for being present here today. It truly means a lot to have your support as we celebrate this huge milestone. To start our event, I'd like to invite Mr. Vinod Khurana, the visionary CEO of Tathmeer and Suvic Group of Companies, to introduce us to this revolutionary platform. Mr. Khurana is a seasoned fintech entrepreneur with over 4 decades of success in the banking and international financial markets. His passion for innovation and sustainable investments has been the driving force behind Tathmeer. Please welcome Mr. Vinod Khurana to the stage.
Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, everyone. I feel privileged to welcome all of you and happy to see that so many of all of you have come here, get together this one. And today we are meeting here not just to showcase our own Tathmeer, but it's not a simple application, but just soft launch of movement which is going to take place in the agriculture, where agriculture is basic thing which everybody gets connected. Maybe in the morning we take breakfast, maybe in the lunchtime we take food, and the dinner. So it affects everybody, effect or affect. So during COVID everybody was affected, am I right? And it has an effect on our life, day and night. So Tathmeer is a seed to shelf platform which results in belief. We have the belief and total faith that yes, IT, information technology has the potential to transform the agriculture landscape. It was never that initially also has been doing, but so many changes have been taking place day to day in agriculture. It is a project born from the desire to empower farmers, connect them with vital resources, and build a more sustainable and prosperous future for everyone. Not to take much time of all of you, because Mr. Lath has to take off. He has to present, he has to showcase. simple, earlier before coming, as Sri has been telling that we are in UA. Suvi group has been in UA for last more than 15 years. And we are basically in Web 2 development, not in Web 3. But during COVID, when it was all changing was taking place everywhere, and that it was closure, then we met our XDC founders, Ritesh and Atul. They were shifting their business from Singapore to Dubai. They are doyen and industry leader in Web 3. And they told us that, Ritesh told, why not we shift from Web 2 to Web 3, which is the future for the entire IT, information technology. If today if someone asks what is the Web 3, it is equivalent to what was in 2000 internet for everyone. So this is going to be Web 3 is going to replace all Web 2 in the coming days. Then our team, which we had a lot of team, and members are there. I will introduce to everyone after that. And we are in developing Web 3 decentralized applications from EcoDrive, weather forecasting, healthcare, agro insurance, fintech. So all these things are depths from the Web 3. And we have been thinking that time, if you must have heard also, real world asset tokenization, where entire everything from the A to Z, from building to ship to trade, everything will be tokenized in the Web 3. So that time we are planning that why not this benefit of tokenization, or you can may call it a fractionalization, should be given to the agriculture also, and which is in line with the UAE's policies for food security and sustainability. So we were discussing, myself and my, I can say partner, director operations, Kapil, we were discussing that when we were meeting Mr. Lath number of times that SRTIP, the Sharjah Research Innovation Technology Park, where we have our Web3 company for last 4 years. So we met Mr. Lath, who is well-known name in agro-technology. So we just gave him our idea that yes, can we expand this our tokenization to the agriculture and farming? He was also he said yes, we can do it. He was also, naturally that we had a lot of discussions. See, everybody can have the ideas. I may have the ideas, so many people have the ideas, but to bring those ideas into reality or practicability, you require someone who should be attached to this land, who should have the feeling that yes, something we should do for the community or for the farming community. So that time, Mr. Lath introduced us to His Excellency Faisal Lutfi. And thank you, sir, due to your motivation and guidance. In each step, he was guiding us, motivating us. Yes, we can go like this. It has taken almost 2 years to develop this product. And see, now this is at, we are on just day of soft launching. And most likely very soon we'll be make launch for the entire community, maybe within 1 month or so. Thank you, His Excellency. Thank you, sir. Now see, Tathmeer has been already started, but I take pride to inform all my members, those who are attending here, that this is registered with the UK Copyright Service and is protected in over 180 countries, this platform. This is including UAE also, who are members of Berne Convention on Protection of Literary and Artistic Work. So this totally protected, copyright is there. Then also I can tell all my members that our platform is certified to be Sharia compliant. And for that, Dr. Ehsin Lahsasna, thank you, sir. You made so many information to us, so many guided us that yes, we should go for the so many changes as per Sharia law. We should change this because we want everyone should be partner in that. And Sharia makes us to yes, we are partner, not shareholder are taking depending on the profit or loss or percentage or interest and thing. And it attaches with our community and with us. It goes that we should go by heart. Thank you, sir, for your guidance and information. And another thing, one more thing which I can just inform you that we have been integrated with UAE Pass, and we have been declared as their partner. And any access to Tathmeer has to through UAE Pass only, because this product is only for community residents of UAE, those who have the access to UAE pass. Then once we are we are discussing with many agrotech partners, and we have such partners as Aventech, Hayden, Local Harvest, EOS, Data Analytics, Van der Hoven. They are all on the board, but there are many more are coming, and they would show that their expertise in agrotechnology, which will be beneficial to the farmers and individuals. Before I conclude this thing, my welcome speech, I just want to tell you that this product is not possible unless my team, those who are working from day, night, sometimes very late hours also, we have been asking them. For last 2 years, they are fully devoted on that, and I will request, just give applause to them. Kapil Khurana. Kapil, he is our Director of Operations and Marketing. Director IT, Lokesh. Karthik, brain behind the entire coding. Jarjis, Nasreen, Rishika, Meghna, Naresh, Noor, please. Kareem.
He's outside.
And anyhow, our partner, co-founder, guide in the agriculture technology, and he will take us through the entire program.
Hopefully.
And he will showcase what we have made it and what is beneficial for everybody. And inshallah, last but not the least, Tathmeer has the potential to revolutionize how we grow, distribute, and consume food. Thank you, sir. Please.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Khurana, for your inspiring words. Next, we have Mr. Letwari, the COO of Tathmeer, who will give us a deeper insight into the platform. Mr. Dwari carries forward his family's century-old legacy in agriculture, combining his expertise in computer engineering and international business. With over 20 years dedicated to the agricultural field, his leadership continues to drive innovation and sustainability. Please welcome Mr. Letwari.
Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, partners and friends. We welcome you here today for our soft launch of Tathmeer, a new innovative smart platform. Reflecting to a century in a family business that was deeply rooted into sustainability, food security, and agriculture. A phrase echoes from a generation that I have passed through generation. The purpose of knowledge is not knowledge itself. The purpose of knowledge is actions. And if we can't actually manifest those knowledge into actions, I don't think we have gained a lot from our knowledge. I hope today that Tathmeer can be a testament to all of us that yes, we can convert knowledge into real actions and for generations to come. Now, I'm gonna start with my story. And the story starts, Mr. Vinod had an idea of the concept of digitalizing agriculture. Easy said than done. I had no clue how to do that. I have children ranging from 22 years old until 6. So I have the whole spectrum. It was until one day I have my youngest daughter. She's the only person who can access my phone. She plays with it, she downloads, she buys, she sells. Nobody else can touch the phone. One night, sleeping, 2 o'clock in the morning, I receive a message. Your farm is ready to harvest. I don't have a farm. I do have farms, but I don't have messages like this. For whole, the Middle Eastern culture, 2 o'clock in the morning, you get a notification that is alarming. So I open that notification, and it takes me into a tour on a virtual farm. She actually had the virtual farm. She was growing, harvesting. She had small tractors. And being the father who knows it all, I had to interfere with her farm, buy her more tools, change the chicken, put it somewhere else. A month passed, and I invested 1,500 dirhams in that game, buying coins, buying new technologies for her. I consider myself a shrewd businessman, a guy who knows where to invest his money. But I just fell for this, and how did I do that? And that's what triggered the concept of Tathmeer. If we have the ability to invest into a virtual farm for virtual people, virtual gains, 1,500 dirhams in investment, then we are saying that we can do this into real life. So the concept was, why not transition a virtual farm, virtual gains into real gains and real life. Now, before we go through this path, there is things I wanted to make sure that I understood. So is this a profitable, let's say, a business venture we're gonna take? Are people gonna adopt such an idea? So let me first share some numbers. Now these numbers were a shock to me. I don't know if you guys know it or not, but we're gonna go with the numbers here. When it comes to UAE gamings and fintech, 2.8 billion dirhams were invested in the gaming business ages between 25 to 34. This is with a growth of 6.5% in 2025. We're expecting this to increase. The NFT market, now, I don't know what the NFT is. I got to know it very, very recently. So in NFT market, the growth is 28% annually. These are between the years 2024 to 2030. If we come to the gamers business, we have 4.5 billion invested in gamers between ages 18 and 35. So what I'm trying to show you is there is a potential for investment. People are willing to invest in fintech, in gaming, in applications. Now that answered the first question, but there was another question I had to answer. Is agriculture a good business to move forward? Is it a profitable business? Other than it's my luck to work in a century of business. So is this a profitable business? We'll go to some numbers in agriculture. UAE agri-tech market was approximated valued for 3.17 billion US dollars. And we're talking in year 2023, projected to hit 4 billion by 2029. Now we're talking US dollars here. The target is the national food, the national, let's say, locally sourced food to hit approximately 30 to 40% in the coming decade, this decade. Agri-tech investors aged between 25 and 34 invested approximately 2.5 billion AED in agriculture. $200 million from Abu Dhabi Investment Office Fund for agriculture projects, for startups. So this answers the second question. Yes, there is a need for agriculture. Do we have the support of the government? A very important question. 3 initiatives were set. Plan the Emirates, which was last year. National Agriculture Center, which is trying to localize most of the harvest. And the 2051 vision. These are initiatives that are already set by the government. You all remember the news when we had these projects set by the government to actually pivot such a business. Now, we got now the story. That message got us searching in this sea of information. So the question will be now, how do we start? Well, the building block of agriculture starts from the farm. That is where it starts. We cannot ignore that. I have lots of my friends here, mostly from the professional side of agriculture, they know that. And I have been from the west to the far east and met more than, I don't want to look so old, but thousands of farmers. And most of them, they say that, or let's say, they all are fitted in three main questions. What to grow, how do I grow it, and where do I sell it? Now, what do I grow means, what's a good product for UAE? What's the best selling products? What can be grown here today? These are questions lots of farmers struggle to answer. Let's say that I establish that. Then I say, how do I grow it? There are so many beautiful technologies over here, even in this room itself, that actually are specialized in growing a special type of produce in a very efficient way. So matching what you want to grow with the right technology is an art. Usually, companies fall into a trap, and also farmers fall in a trap. Usually the companies fall in a trap that they sell a technology but is abused and misused in a different way. And sometimes the farmer falls in that trap where he gets a technology that does not fit what he wants. So this is the second question we have to answer. And the third question is, where do I sell it? Now I think this is 60% of the problem for farmers. Where do I go with it? I had that question when I first started my farming business. Do I take it to the farming market? Is there a farming market? Do I sell it to houses? So that question has to be answered and established. Now, we're going to go on real people, real case studies. This is not virtual anymore. Now we're hitting the core of our business. I'm going to start with Miss Noura. Unfortunately, Miss Noura should be here today, but she couldn't come to you to a family emergency. Miss Noura, just for you to understand that she's a real person. Miss Noura is an Emirati lady. She comes from a family business in agriculture. Her father, her late father, was the first farmers in Ras Al Khaimah to grow organic products and sell it into the market. He passed away. Now, usually, the girls are more attached to the father's dream than boys. That's what I have girls, I feel that. I feel that she feels that pain that the farms are not working, are not producing anymore. So she decides she wants to enter into the farming business. She gets slapped with the three questions. I don't know what to grow. I don't know how to grow it. Now, when I say how to grow it, I'm not only talking about the technology, but what about the people that are working in that technology? How do I get them? And then she will struggle with the third answer. Our third question is, where do I go with what I sold? What I produce, sorry. We don't only take it, we take it one step further, guys. We don't only get the technology. We are building today a platform that also have agents, engineers. We are willing to train these engineers, and these are qualified engineers that you can freelance. Everybody knows freelancer. It's like an application. We have applications for doctors, drawers, designers, PhD students, but we don't have one for agriculture engineers. You can choose your engineer. Each engineer will be smartly selected based on your needs of your farm. You can select how many times. This will be done all in SPV and escrow account, so you are safe. This person will go and he will help you grow your farm. So we're not only answering the question how to grow it as in terms of technology. We're actually getting you the right person to take this forward. Now another case study, if you just may, I'll take a sip of water. The other case study is Mr. Zaid. Now I left his last name anonymous a little bit because he wanted it that way. Now, Mr. Zaid is a different case. He was given a farm, and I think people in this room may have already established this farm for them. And it was structured from A to the Z, one of the best farms I have ever walked into. fully equipped, fully organized, computerized. This farm has been abandoned for at least 2 seasons. Now, why is that, Mr. Zaid? Why did you abandon it? Well, I have 2 problems, Laith. I have the first problem, I don't know what to grow in such a technology. I have the technology, I don't need money, I don't need funding. I have the farm, but I don't know what to grow into this farm. My second part is, I don't know where to go with it. Okay, we produce, thank you very much, but where do I sell it? So, Mr. Zaid's problem is different than Ms. Noura's problem. So, what we have here is a supply chain. What happens to your farm is, you not only put your farm and you set it, you actually can approach the supply chain immediately. Sending the supply chain what your projections are, what are the prices you're asking for, they will reply back giving you another offer. These supply chains are trying to access. Now we have already some in the pipeline, some MOUs with some of those supply chains. We believe that yes, the supply chain and the product to channel it to the market is very important. So what we're doing now, each farmer has a different story, guys. Each one of us has a different story. So, in conclusion, what do we do? Very simple. Now I'm going to open some questions. Definitely you will have some questions. You know, I had myself maybe 100 questions when I started this project. So definitely you will have questions in some detailed aspects. I'm more than happy to answer it. But what we're doing is, we're taking the hand of the farmer from the concept when he starts thinking of opening a farm, to the time he chooses the technology, to the product, to growing. Not only this, all our farms are either surveillanced by satellite, because we are renting now 12 satellites that are roaming the UAE, or AI cameras that can give us access to our farms if I'm the investor, if I invested there. So, what we will do first, we're going to show you a small demo how this works. It's a very small demo. We're not going to go into too much details. But if anybody has a question so far, shoot it out. I'm here to listen. That's good. So I made my point so clear. Okay. Now, we're going to do a small demo. How it works. As Mr. Vino said, we are with the UAE pass, so this gives us a more security level. That each person enters is known who he is, where he lives, how he looks like, and it's only for the UAE residents. So I'm going to go through the UAE pass. I'm entering now the platform. You are identified as 2 people. We look at you as 2 people. One, either you want to grow your farm, or you are somebody who wants to invest 500, 1,000 dirhams into a farm to contribute, just like what I did with my virtual farm. I'm going to be a farmer today. Now the farmers themselves are 2 types. There are people that only have a land. They don't have a concept how to grow. And there are the other people who already have a farm. It's already grown. So who are you? Which one are you? You want to get investment on crops, or is it on just the land? Let's take the harder route. And we're going to go to land. Now, all you have to do is just enter some very basic information. The name of the farm, show us the deed of the land or the rental, and put your information, email, and submit it. Once you submit it now, we will go for a verification fee. Now you will pay 1,500 dirhams for verification. What do we verify? We verify everything. The land, the water, the air, sunlight, sunset, everything. Is this a suitable land to be chosen as a land for farming? Let's say that you verified, you go to the next one. Now this is the beautiful part of it. I'm going to give the honors to Ms. Dr. Susanna here to help me out. So let's say Dr. Susanna has a land, and she wants to invest into farming. And she wakes up and says, I don't know what to choose. What does Tathmeer give you? Tathmeer gives you more than 122 different variations. Now, why did we do this? Because we want to teach Dr. Susanna the different types. I used to think 20 years ago spaghetti was a plant. I swear to God. I thought they cut it like this and they pack it. Why did I think that? Because I had no knowledge in agriculture, even if family business, but that wasn't my specialty. So, Dr. Susanna, choose one of those, please. I knew that you're going to go for flowers. I had that feeling. So Dr. Susanna is going to go to flowers. Now, flowers have a subcategory. These subcategory could and can be planted through certain technologies in the UAE. So we're going to give you another one. Which of these beautiful flowers would you like to grow? Tulips. Beautiful choice. Now, there are even another subcategory for tulips. What am I doing here? I'm educating Dr. Susanna. She doesn't need the education, but you never know in flowers. I'm giving her more knowledge, let's put it this way, to Dr. Susanna about flowers. I never knew that there is triumph tulips. I don't know. Now, my question is, what will make Dr. Susanna choose? Is it the return on the investment of the tulips? Is it the cultivation time, how much time it takes to grow? Is it the capex? Each one of us has a driving force different than the other. So we're going to go, which one would you, the Darwin or the Triumph? Let's go for Triumph. Now, yes, please. You're choosing. You will get all information. Yes. You'll know how it looks, the length it grows in. You'll get some more educated about it. Please.
From the beginning, when I choose the land option to invest, I assume that I don't have the money.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
And you are helping me to choose, and then you will help me later to get the finance?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, the good thing is that we have no assumptions. This is a smart platform. It has no assumptions at all. It builds its assumptions while you are going. So, what happened here is now guys, we're just putting here dummy names, so the scientific guys, don't crucify me on these, huh? So, there's 3 technologies that are related to your choice. One is greenhouse technology, we call it this way. The second will be soilless agriculture and aeroponics. Now, these differ in many ways. One has a different average or ROI, one has a different capex, and one has an average cultivation different. Now, it is your choice based on your preference. Which is your preference? Is it the capex? So I'm going to give you that. Is it money, or is it cultivation, or is it capex? So choose one for us. So we're going to go the list. This is soilless agriculture. Okay. Now, after I choose this, what happens? Now comes the companies that can offer such technology for such cultivation time, for such product for you. Now, the question is, what if I want to change? I went home, I slept, I said, flowers, I don't know. Let me go to tomatoes. Can I do that? Yes, you can. You can. It's your farm. It's your project. You can change anytime. So what happens is you will request an ROI report. Now, once you choose that company, you would request an ROI report. What's an ROI report? It's a very detailed report that shows you the capital expenses, the expenses that you need for operations, how much are you going to expect production, how much do you expect the return on your investment, how much are you selling, all of these. You like it, it makes sense, you agree on it, we move forward. You don't like it, you throw it away, you go back and you do whatever you want, you can choose again. Now, the question that Dr. Susanna asked was, are you going to give me money? Right? That's a good question.
Do I have the land from the beginning?
Yes, you either
Send you the papers?
you will have to verify that you do have a land, or you are a rented land for this, for agriculture, because there is lands that are not for agriculture in the UAE.
And accordingly, you will decide what are the products I may choose from according to that.
Exactly. So we verify, and then the computer, the system will choose for you what you are able and not able to grow. Now, let's go to continue here. Here, you're going to also take a step further, and you're going to say, okay, the supply chain. I'm growing flowers. I went to tulips. I love 3 of these tulips, and I want to sell this product. You will choose one of these guys, these beautiful companies, and say, I want to send you an offer. This is how much I'm offering my flowers at the end of this season. Once you confirm the buyer, we can't show it now because it's going to take too much time. Then your offer will go, come back, you approve it, you've got a deal to sell your products.
And the price based on
You will put it.
not the market
They will give you a suggested price based on the market. The platform will give you a suggested price. It's your choice. Now, Dr. Susanna chose her plant, the seed, had the technology, grew it, and sold it in 10 minutes. Is that enough? No. We're going to go now. Submit, please. Now, she may need the cash. The problem with agriculture business, you can't start a farm with 1,000 dirhams. I wish you can. You can't start it with 100,000 dirhams. I wish you can. You need a big capital to start the farming business. That's the way it is. Now, the only way we can do this, and I always say, I bought my wife a house. How good am I for a husband? Good for her. And yes, please. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. You are 100% right. You actually hit the nail on the head. You see, we are trying to unify it in terms not to push it down. But we do have the same problem because we do have farming business ourselves. And we face such a problem where there's no unity in terms of the measurements and other KPIs. But in our platform, you will see that I think this could be also added into the future to conversion, just to make everything that, if you go into feet, you understand. If you go into meters, you can understand. So thank you very much. Yes, please.
If we look at the certificates that is issued by Abu Dhabi Agriculture and Food Safety Authority, they give you the greenhouse per meter to support the ask or the application for supporting farmers.
Yes.
And when we look at other angles of costing, the cost of labor in UAE, if it's a company, is ridiculously expensive
Yes.
compared to the labor in country.
Yes.
8,000, 9,000 for a farmer, while in Saudi Arabia, Oman,
Go less than that, yes.
300 to 500,000. And these are the kind of questions we need to discuss with
Yes.
the Ministry of Human Resources. When we talk about food security, we expect enablers. I spoke to the Ministry of Human Resources. They put it as a point that no one else raised that flag.
Well, I think that's mostly the case here in the UAE. Sometimes certain issues are triggered for the first time. And it takes time for them to overcome it. But I think you are 100% right. In that term, definitely, definitely. Now, I was where I bought my wife a house, right? This is a beautiful story. So what happened is, thank you. Now, people who know me, who knows the story, because I've said it so many times, and I tell her the story every day in the morning. So I bought her a house, and the house was not completed. So she got a buyer. And actually she sold it. It's still on, what do you call it? The blue off plan. And she made substantial, to be honest, real profit. Now, that was not the problem. The problem was my wife then started talking about real estate every day. She wakes up, listen, there's a new project that I told, listen, I'll open a kiosk in the mall for you. She became a realtor. She started knowing where the new projects is, what's the new prices for press. What I'm trying to say is, how did she get so involved into real estate? Is when you put your money where your mouth is. Don't tell me sustainability if you don't put your money where your mouth is. How can we get these youngsters who are putting, we said $2.8 billion into gaming, fintech, how can we make them invest 500 dirhams, 600 dirhams for one share in your farm? This is what we're trying to do. Now that guy who puts 500 dirhams, 600 dirhams will start knowing a little bit. He put his money where his mouth is, and he started getting more information. So this is when we say we're integrating the community and the society into agriculture. Now, what Dr. Suzanne now will do, she will choose how many shares she wants to slice her farm in. She's gonna put the numbers. I'm not gonna go, Dr. Suzanne, the numbers, so I'll take the liberty to fill in how much, and you will have a stake and share in your farm. You'll have to sustain 20% of your farm. And then we'll go in this details. I know you have so many questions on this, but we'll go this on detail. And then we submit, we're ready, your farm now is ready to be showcased. You can, yes, minimum will be 500 dirhams. And why did we say 500 dirhams? Because I believe that each one of us one day woke up and said, I want to go to the gym. All of us did that. And we paid the gym to go and train, and we never went. And the 500, I still have it. They still take it from my bank account every month. Never can. So at least, so the least will be 500 dirhams, and then you can choose how much. You can choose how much is per share.
No, I mean the one who initiated this should have a minimum
Of 20%. Yes, yes. Now, this is your farm. These are over here what we are gathering from the satellite surveillance, the important parameters. And we have an AI camera where I wanted to visit my farm like I did with my daughter's farm. Now I can take a look at it. It's different. It gives you at least some type of report of how the are we expecting the yield. It will give you a very report. You can access your farm anytime. Now, this is only the tip of the iceberg. The deeper we go, we can answer any question in agriculture today. What we're trying to do, guys, is to summarize it. We're done with this one, right? Okay. Yes. 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 Yes.
Reflecting the productivity, saying that I sell 3 days a week to Silan or other suppliers. You know,
Yes.
depending on the grading of the home. Would it be capable of integrating, or you will need the APIs?
No. See, the good thing about Tathmeer is it's not a rigid one-way street. The good thing about Tathmeer is you can be a farmer that you already have your farm. You already have your structure, you already have your technology, and you want one segment of Tathmeer, the supply chain. That's all I want. I don't want any money. I don't want technology. I just want the supply chain. You may come, I want to integrate new technologies with what I have. I want to expand my farm. Whatever, it's an open buffet. You can pick and choose. You don't have to take the whole 9 yards. You don't have to go through the process from scratch until. So the good thing about Tathmeer is that it gives you that elasticity, if I may say. Did this answer your question, my friend? Beautiful. Any questions, guys? Operations. Good question. So the good thing about, thank you very much. That's what we said, how to grow it. Now, usually the problem is that once you establish a farm, Mr. Faisal here, His Excellence has been my partner in a farm business for 4 years, 5 years now? 5 years. When he first started our farm, Tech Agro, there are many things that he did not know about. Right? The operations. He was worried about the operations. Operations are two types. There's the monitoring part, and there's the operation on ground. Now, the operation on ground, we're helping you by channeling you to whom? To the right people who can work. Now, some companies actually provide the supervision. They say, listen, we will build, part of my partners here, they build, they will supervise, they will produce, and they will sell for you. They are ready to do that. Now,
The company that you sign the offers of technology?
yes. So, yes. So, if they don't give you the supervision, you can allocate the supervision like the freelance supervision outside the company. Yes. Any questions over there, please?
Do you work together with other organizations with regards to the data collection?
Well, that is an amazing question because I'll tell you, we are seeking to expand because when it comes to data collection, you cannot have enough. We have in our pipeline today, actually we just got an offer from Her Excellency, the Ministry of Economy, 71 farms for farmers who have a problem. So imagine how much data we're going to have. So yes, we do have one of the companies that we call our partners, and we are seeking for more and more because it gives us that diversity. Did I answer the question, sir?
Yeah, because the second question or follow-up question, and forgive me playing
No, please do.
the devil's advocate a bit, it's like, why should I pay 1,500 dirhams to get verified for the data I share with you?
Good question. Well, I'll tell you this. One of the biggest problems we had when we wanted to start a farm, and this came for investment companies, one of the biggest problems we had when we wanted to establish a farm is finding a land. The concept of finding a land itself is a hassle. Because I'll tell you a small problem that you know about or not. You find a land, it's perfect, but you cannot increase the load, the electric load. Once I have a project that needs 1 megawatt, and I only can take 400 kilowatts, then you limited me on the capacity that I can grow. But we didn't know that. We had no idea that this is the limit. We had no idea. So when I do a verification, I'm not doing a verification on a very high level. I'm digging so deep that I will know his birthday, his anniversary, how many children he has, and when was his last COVID flu injection. Well, no, that's going to be way deeper. So what I'm trying to say is that information, because this is the way you build a farm. It's not having a land, well, and electricity. Do you have road? Is it expandable? Water? We did.
Now, I understand that you want to, let's say, create an opportunity to build a business case, right?
Yes.
For investors. But that's your real business model as well, because if you look here at the Emirates Development Bank, for example, with their scheme available for farmers to upscale to a next level, right?
Yeah.
The first thing they ask is supply a good or submit a good business case, and your tool can also be.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. So what happens is we call this the black box. The information we gather is a black box. The team will go and it will go through that information, and then we would get the conclusion, yes, it's a good land we can grow. Now, this information is the black box, and then we will sell you the information later on. When a company comes in with an investment, I'll tell you, Pure Harvest. Who knows Pure Harvest? I think everybody Pure. I got a call, I don't know if I'm entitled to say that, but I got a call from an anonymous person in Pure Harvest, and he said, Laith, find me 150,000 square meter of land because we want to expand. We're not finding. So finding land itself, if you remember, when we wanted to rent our first apartment, you'll go and see this picture and you say, the view is Burj Khalifa. And when you go there, you find that it's like 70 kilometers away from Burj Khalifa. And it's so annoying. It's the same thing happens with agriculture. Any other questions? Even if it's from my team, I'm open. Yes, please.
Is very interesting and important. Are you planning to consider adding the net zero emissions, specifically with law number 11 of 2024 that mentioned 6 sectors, including agriculture? Of course, the SME and the privately owned farms are out of the scope in the first year, my expectation is. But from the first year, I expect the commercial farms will definitely be there, and it would be challenging. Question number 2. Emirates Development Bank, yes, they are one of the banks who are financing agriculture, but there are 5 other national banks who are committed to 1 trillion dirham in sustainable finance, where this can definitely be approached by to finance.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Answering your net zero part, yes, we do believe there. One of my partners here, Mr. Khalil Ibrahim, he's the last guy. If you can stand up, good morning. He is the guy who actually inspired us with the net zero. We are actually now working on a concept for net zero. Now, how to integrate this within the whole net zero carbon emission, it's a challenge we are looking forward to put, to be honest. Yeah. Yes, questions? Even if my team, guys, I know that you have, I gave you some questions. So one of the questions that I was asked is, how transparent is Tathmeer? And how much can I rely on what Tathmeer is giving me? I watched a brilliant interview with Brian Chesky, Airbnb CEO. And the story starts this is a real interview. The story starts, the interviewer asks, what's the crazy story that you had? And he answers that one day we get an email that we want a refund of our money. And he asks, why do you want a refund? He says, because there is a ghost in the house. So he says, beautiful. All we have to do is we'll email the owner and we'll tell him, this guy says, you have a ghost. All you have to say is, no, there's no ghost. Then you can't refund your money. So they call the guy, they tell him, listen, the tenant says there is a ghost in the house. He says, yes, I know. I swear to God, this is true. He says, yes, I know. And I put it in the description. So the guys go back, Airbnb, they check in the description, and the ghost name is there, Tony. So they go call the guy, the tenant, they tell him, listen, it's already in the description. The ghost is in the description. He says, yes, but we thought he's a friendly ghost. Now, the crazy part is, this is what Tathmeer does. We show all the ghosts. If there is a problem, if there is a dead body, a hidden, you will see it. Our part is to be transparent as much as we can. Because I think in such a business, transparency is a big problem. Shoot away. What's the standards?
IUFI, or which standard they use?
The good thing you asked the question in the right time.
Yeah,
you know
and this is like dynamically when every time new submission, is it scanned for the standards, or if income is generated, is it revised, the monitoring, what are grown, everything?
Yes. I love that you asked this question at this time. Because our policeman is over there, sitting there, Dr. Rahseen. We applied for the Sharia compliant through the respectable firm. Now, I'll tell you this. The Sharia compliant goes into all the sectors, means. So all the sectors and means. Now, if there is a specific question on that, that's the guy, see, the handsome guy with the glasses. Definitely. I'll tell you this, when we came to the partnership, I told them when it comes to money, I'm out of the window. We'll talk technical, so those guys will answer you on the financials. Any other questions, guys? Dr. Tharwat. Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Thank you so much for your
You're
nice
very welcome.
invitation and lecture. Two questions. First of thing about Sharia, I don't know what's there's the agriculture. Did she mean about the compost or the agriculture or the license? I don't know. I didn't get her point.
No,
from the
she's talking
Sharia.
about the investment. We are Sharia compliance in the investment. So is how do we monitor, that's your question, that the investment that happened in the farming and from the people
Okay.
are Sharia compliant? I told you the policeman is over there. He can answer the
Sorry.
questions. Good?
Another question, is this application only in the Emirate or there is before it? And the idea, is it in India or other countries? And if there is any best practice, you check with them to make, to decrease and eliminate the challenge we will face later. And about the farms, also, if we are discussing about the standard and the governmental issue in each country, because this is a farm in the country.
Yes.
You have to respect all the rules there. So, if there is a license, did you have a chance here to send this guy to the license, maybe in the same application, go to approval for any ministries before you say it, before
Beautiful.
the fund, the tax, yeah, other things.
Dr. Tharwa, thank you. Beautiful
you so
question.
much.
So I'll first answer was Dr. Haseen. He'll be answering that details, and Mr. Vinod here. The second part, as you said, is this the first one? Very important question. I'll give you the short story, and then if you want, I'll take it. Yes. Is there something similar? No. Now, why do I similar? Because there are different types of platforms. They target one sector. It's either the farming sector, or the supply chain sector, or the technology sector. There is no, because I'll tell you this, we were called crazy when we started it. Nobody goes for the whole lot and put it all together. 1.5 years. People were working 14 hours a day. And the devil's advocate was always there. So that's the second one. Third question, when we come to the part where we call verification, all of this information that you have said, that's where he gets verified. The lease, the land, is it within, because there is lands that you cannot grow in. It's not registered as farmlands. So all this goes through the verification. He will then receive a report, what he has to change and what's missing. There was another question over there, the gentleman over there. Yes, please.
I have a question regarding the operations. Is there a criteria for companies to become a partner in order to help the local farmers?
Well, beautiful. So I'll tell you this. We classify this into two parts. The first part was, if you have your technology in this platform, then you will have to at least give a supervision or a method of supervision or training for your technology. It's your technology. Now, the other part is, no, I have a technology, I don't want to put it here, but I can offer a supervision part, right? So yes, you can be on the platform seeking, people who are seeking help contact you. Now, Tathmeer doesn't have anything to do with the deal. We don't dictate it. We just monitor it. We make sure that you're a real company. We do our KYC. We know your birthday. We know when we get that information and we put it in. Now, the good thing about Tathmeer is after a while it becomes a community. What do I mean by community? That the good bad guys stay, the bad guys we talk about. If I tell you today, talabat, the way I order on talabat, you know how? I look how many stars. Or 4.3. That's the way I know the restaurant is good, if I'm going to a new restaurant. So it becomes a community. This is a good engineer, this is a good farm, this is a bad investment, this is a, do you understand? So it builds up. After a while, it becomes a whole community to only talking about agriculture. Yes,
In order to become a partner, then, is there like an additional monthly fee as a company to pay to your platform?
Yes.
And how does that work?
Beautiful question. Now, it depends on what type, how do you look at us? Are you a partner in technology and supervision, or you're just a person who wants to showcase his products? That's different. Now, as a partner, what we do with our partners, and I have some of the partners on the same table you're sitting on. I can't point them out. We're just finalizing some deals today. So these companies are offering the technology. They know what they're doing exactly. They've done it so many times. Now, we can't give them the whole spectrum of the farms. And we can't say, listen, X company, you can take as much farms as you can, or as you want. So he's limited in the how much he has a cap of investment, 10 million, 50 million. Now, you want to increase that cap, you will pay a subscription fee with Tathmeer. I'll tell you this. We are a group of companies. One of our companies sell agricultural products or agricultural technology. It's like banging your head to the wall. I know my friends here is going and getting a farm, convincing the farmer, giving him a lecture. You can't do this for all the farmers. It's crazy. This is the best way because the only people enter Tathmeer are farmers, either seeking investment. So we're giving you a showcase, free of paying salaries and enduring too much cost into marketing and sales. Answers your question, my friend? Beautiful. Yes. Please.
How easy is it to register?
Oh, just put your...
Not with the platform, but with the customer to sell your product.
Who are you? Define yourself.
So if I'm a farmer and I'd like to sell to Carrefour or somewhere like that,
Beautiful.
how easy would it be to register?
All you have to do is enter. First, you have to get verified to make sure that you're a real person. You're verified. The teams gives us okay. All you have to do is you visit the supply chain. You put your product. You set your price. Now, the good thing is a two-way street. Sometimes Carrefour, Spinneys, Silal, they are looking for farms. So you may have a request from them. Is Mr. Mu'min, we want to buy your product. And this is the price we're offering. You can reply back. So it's not what you offer. Do you understand? Because usually good farmers are the fastest to catch. So what we're doing is we're doing like competition. Do a good product, do a good quality. These guys may send you, Mr. Mu'min, we want your harvest this year. How much will you? So it's all going to be done. Once this is done, you will receive a confirmation. They receive a confirmation. So it takes on your finger spot. The demand is high. The demand is so high that I feel that agriculture is the best business in the coming 5-10 years. And hands down, the best business ever. Yeah.
And a follow-up would be, what about restaurants?
Sorry?
What about restaurants, for example?
It depends who's on the supply chain. Supply chain, you can find a supermarket that has, do you understand? Well, there's no limit who's buying. This is an open market. You may find restaurants, you can find hotels that will do that contact with you directly. Procurement, anybody who wants to procure vegetables, flowers, your flowers, it's there. So it depends, you're open to the market. You can choose and pick and you can negotiate the price. And this is all done virtually. You don't have to visit, he doesn't have to know you. Make sense?
Yes.
Good.
We listened to the story from the farmer's side. What about the small investor who has excess money, wants to invest? Young students, young people, they have like some savings from their monthly pocket money. You said the minimum is 500. Can you tell us quickly, kida, in a brief, what's the journey? What do they do, and how do they get their money
Beautiful.
back? And just to
I'll make it as simple as I can.
Yeah.
Thank you, because this was one of my driving force for Tathmeer. My daughter invested in stocks. She's 18, 19 years old. I was like, the first time I thought of investment, I was 35. And I did 4 salat istikhara, and I asked about the guy, wallah. I asked about the guy in 4 cities. How do you invest? That's the way we used to do business. We used to do it this way, right? We will go and ask, and we will have to know this is a secure business. And still fail. And how did she go and invest in stocks and cryptocurrency? She made money. Or NFTs, which until today I don't know what it means. But anyways, so this is the core of my business. So my question was, how can I get my daughter on board? It's very simple. You will open Tathmeer. You will find in Tathmeer a beautiful sea of different fish and farms. Something in Al-Ain. The concept that a farm in Al-Ain can be invested by somebody in Sharjah to be, do you understand this unity? So what happens today is that you go in, you see the farms, you see the rating on the farm. Is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? Did he actually pay what he said he's supposed to pay? What is he? I'm not fond of eggplants. My wife tries to stuff it in. I don't like eggplants. So I'm not going to invest in eggplants. Never. But I will go into flowers. So you will pick and choose. And once you feel that this is related to you, you feel that connection, you just go and say, I will buy one share. Now, one share could be 2,000, one share could be 500, one share could be 600. It depends on how much you. Once you choose that, the money goes into an escrow account. Once the whole funding is done, the money is transferred not to the farm owner, to the technology provider, like like our techno, let's say. Beautiful. So the money was funded to them, and then they do the farming. The farmer doesn't take the money. And then we supervise this guy. Your money, you can, I bought one share. I want to see my farm. You can open and take a look, take a tour on your farm, and you can brag about it with your friends, like, go and buy my tomatoes, it's delicious. Slowly, but surely.
You can refer a friend and get discount. And
you can get a discount, definitely. So slowly but surely what's happening is the 18, 19, 20-year-old, they love to invest. They love to invest. Wallahi, they invest in anything.
they love to get money back.
Yeah, I look, I have a 16, 17-year-old son, and he tells me, what is the best business about that? So I wanted to make, I'm the dad who has that deep thinking. So I said, invest in yourself. He said, nah, I'm going to go and put a TikTok. I was like, oh my God. So they want returns. They're ready. So you don't have to convert. Yes, Your Excellency.
What if there was a flood and force majeure like what we saw last year?
Thank you very much. Yes. Well, let's put it this way. I'm going to maybe expand your question a little bit. How secure is my money if something goes wrong? Like, I'm the investor, I bought one share, and something went wrong. How do I get my money? I didn't get your beautiful name. I forgot it. Maria. Did you invest in shares before? Stocks? No. Smart lady. So who invested in stocks or shares? When the credit crunch happened, they woke up, nothing. Was that a risk that they had in mind? No. But you can lose all your money in a stock anytime, and you're okay with that. Now, you may expect, no, but this is stock from you. No, we gave you money, I want it back. But I'll answer you this. Because we are asset-based. We're asset-based. And Sharia compliant, thank you. That's the two beautiful words. You will recover at least between 30 to 45% of your investment if it goes south. Now, I don't know why they say go south, but this is the way of the term. So if it goes south, 30 to 40%. So imagine that you bought 1 million dirhams of Amars with X, don't say names, with X's stocks, and it goes zero. Do you think the CEO of Amaro said this, of X, will tell you this is 40% of your investment? He will not. But in our case, at least you will have between 30 to 40%. Sure. Totally sure.
You have an insurance company doing that, or in short, this may go against Sharia compliance.
Well, that's...
So you need to look at both sides.
Yeah, Islamic insurance, takaf. That's where we have our governor of the Sharia compliance. They govern each and every move we take.
So you can bring takaful companies to
Yes.
platform.
And we have some deals with some of the companies that already have, let's say that he established the farm and he went bankrupt. The asset itself can be mobilized somewhere else or be so. So there's always, because we're an asset-based and Sharia-compliant company. Questions? Guys? Okay, so what we're going to do, yes, please, Dr. Tharwat.
I want to return to the first when you told he should be a citizen or not a citizen, a resident.
Yes.
Why not a visitor or investment from outside? Because UAE pass is okay for outside.
Now, I'll put it, as long as you are approved by the UAE pass,
It's approved.
that's it. That means that you have a status in the country.
No, UAE pass for both.
Now,
For visitor and
I
for
mean
the residents.
that the government recognize who you are.
Yeah.
So unless that the government recognizes who you are, and we can track who you are as a person, you are with. I'm somebody, let's say, sitting in Argentina, and he wants to do the investment in our platform. He cannot do that. Exactly.
But
So
he could apply.
we
He
cannot.
has UAE pass.
If
يعني
he has a
refused
UAE
it.
pass, this means that he is known to the government.
UAE pass has two things.
Yes.
I'm the government. Look, it should be investment. He is in Argentina. He has
If
UAE
he has
pass
UAE
in his
pass, yes.
passport number. By the
Yes.
passport number,
Yes.
by the Argentina. They ask him, you are a visitor or investor, or you are a resident or a citizen. So if he has already the UAE pass,
Yes.
he can go there.
Yes.
And the second question, what about the open market for outside?
Beautiful question. One of our potential partners is in this room who's thinking to take it to Africa. We have another potential partner that's thinking to take it to the South Americas. We have people. You see, the concept is a concept. The concept of agriculture. You will see that this is applicable if you go, except Mars, it will go. Any country, any agriculture place, or any agriculture project will fall into this criteria. So, my question is, yes, we are thinking to take it on expansion level, to expand it within, outside the borders in a different concept. Tathmeer will be for UAE, there will be Tathmeer America, Tathmeer because regulations are different from each country to our country. But definitely yes, we are thinking to make this an international application. Yes.
Last thing I would just
Take your time.
Is it possible to add the SDGs to the projects? I mean, to have ratings to the projects that will help the UAE reporting when it comes to NDCs and commitment with the UN?
Yes, well, I'll tell you, this is an added value that we can add on top. We don't have it right now, but we can integrate this in the future. Definitely what we're trying to do is trying to pick up the whole concept of agriculture from all the aspects. We may not have covered all of them because there are so many. Like I'm sure here that we have so many people that have ideas, we may not have covered it. But at least we're 80% on that path. We covered that 80%. We got but yes, you are right.
Yeah.
We can
Because
add those.
no hunger, no poverty.
Thank you very much.
They are very related to food security,
right.
and they will be very helpful to the vision
Yes.
and mission of the
Yes.
UAE 2051, as you mentioned.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Yes, any questions, guys? It's okay, don't think I'm tired.
And please see this as positive criticism, okay? But we have platforms like Silal that has an app. We have Adafsa generating a lot of data as well from farmers. We also have a lot of big commercial farms that are not willing to share data because
What type of data are we going through?
all kinds of data. Whether it's, exactly, production data, growing data, type of greenhouses they needed, etc. So how are you planning to collect this data? Or are you thinking of becoming more a platform for smallhold farmers that need your help, that need to upskill? That's one question. Second question is, when I go to a farmer here in the UAE, and I'd like to help them to change from agriculture to agri-tech, something you're doing as well, right?
Yes.
They look at me like, who are you? They
I
have a very
that,
traditional way of farming.
Yes.
The grandfather used to farm like that. They're not always willing, maybe, to change. Plus, with the open economy, like Doctor just mentioned, not every farmer is willing to invest.
Yes.
Right? Because then his or her crop will be more expensive than the competitor.
Yes.
Or due to the open economy, you have crops from outside the country
Yes.
that are cheaper. So how do you want to tackle these issues? Because that should be playing a big role also in the development of your marketing place.
Beautiful. So I'll go first. I love your questions, and it just hits right to the head. So, and I'll answer the first question. Now, Silal for us, in Tathmeer's point of view, it may be that Silal, we don't need information from anybody. If you're not willing to give it, we're not seeking it. Silal may be seeking today, it's a big company that is seeking to purchase and buy and help the customers to sell the product. And help either establish farms or to do the supply chain. So it's considered the supply chain and a provider of a service, right? Now, Silal can come to me and say, listen, Laith, we don't want to share any information with you. We don't want anything from you. All we want is, we want to buy as much as product as from farms as we can. So can you consider me as a supply chain who can buy from farmers instead of going to all those farmers and doing contracts with them? This is something we can do faster, more efficient. I said, why not? The information that you have, I don't need it. Now, Silal as a service provider, it could look, if I'm a farmer and I'm seeking technology to grow, so I will go and find Silal as a service provider in establishing the farm. For me, the information that Silal has as position, I don't need it. I need the information from that farmer, from that person who wants to grow. One of them. Now, Silal is today I think it's, even the platform, you said there's platforms. If you go to any platform today, it will be solving one or two or three, one of those three sectors, and there's more to come. Like, I'll tell you something very, very important. Tell me one platform that you can access and engineer for your farm. One. In the UAE. Thank you. Again, UAE. Now, there is one. Tell me one platform that can give you technology and it can tell you, because today you talk about the farmer, that small farmer, right? Well, the problem, he's a small farmer because he doesn't trust you. The way we do business in this part of the world is we sit down in a diwani and we have a word of mouth is very important in our culture. So if I sit down and I get battered hard in agriculture, you know what I will do? I will be sitting with Abdurrahman saying, forget agriculture, buy you a, like my wife, buy you a house, rent it. So what happens is, there's no transparency. You're not telling me where I'm going. Where am I going? What am I expecting from you? This platform takes you there. That's one. Two, you can find platforms solely working for a specific action, but not all of them gathered together. So this, I hope this answers your question. Thank you. Thank you very much. Any more questions, guys? We're done. Okay, guys. It's 1. So I will be conducting. Would you like to have a coffee, or because after this we have a lunch on the first floor? So to nourish a little bit of this lost calories that we had. In front of you, all of you guys, is a handmade natural soap. It is done by a sustainable way. So different fragrance, most of those oils, part of those oils are produced through our farms. Some of them are not. Ladies will love this most. And after this, I will be the last closing event. We'll place the demo. Okay, guys, we're gonna watch a small video that will illustrate all this together. And if you have any questions, anybody with a Tathmeer tag, brutalize him with the questions. Take your time. Guys, please. Thank you. I'm gonna say hi to this gentleman.
Isn't always easy. Tough weather conditions, limited know-how in modern agriculture, and challenges like securing funding can make it difficult. Farmers often struggle to answer 3 key questions. What do I grow? How do I grow it? Where do I sell what I've grown? What if we could answer these questions and create a one-stop solution that connects farmers, investors, supply chains, and smart tech companies? All with just one click. Welcome to Tathmeer. smart technology to transform every stage of farming, from planting and funding to harvesting and selling. And best of all, it's simple enough for everyone to use. For farmers, Tathmeer offers up to 80% funding, quick access to major supply chains, and step-by-step guidance for what to grow and how to grow it. You'll feel supported in every decision, saving you time and money. Investors can start with just AED 500, earning good returns while investing in purpose and creating a positive social impact. Track and monitor your farm in real time for clear, honest investment management. Plus, our Sharia certification means every investment meets the highest standards of integrity and compliance. Farmers get direct access to tech innovators, connecting them to use the latest solutions and improve their farming for a better tomorrow. And supply chain partners enjoy fresh, locally sourced products, tracked by IoT to ensure top quality and reliable supply. Are you ready to be part of the UAE's agricultural transformation? Download the Tathmeer app and invest in tomorrow's agriculture today.
Thank you, Mr. Late, for the amazing presentation and answering the questions with all your patience. So as we near the conclusion of today's soft launch, I'm honored to invite His Excellency Faisal Issa Lutfi to deliver the closing remarks. His Excellency Faisal has been instrumental in driving digital transformation and international collaboration. His dedication to sustainable agriculture and food security aligns perfectly with Tathmeer's vision. Please welcome His Excellency Faisal Issa Lutfi to the stage.
Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen. Honorable guests, it's an honor to stand before you as we launch Tathmeer, a platform that redefines agriculture through innovation, sustainability, and collaboration. Over the past 15 years, I've witnessed how technology transforms industries at the UAE Ministry of Foreign Affairs. We didn't just adopt AI. I want to give you a background on myself and how this bridging happened. So we pioneered AI initiatives like the Smart Mission. I don't know if anyone has heard of it, which is the first smart mission of its world. It's a fully fledged embassy, which is unmanned. All the services are provided to the UAE nationals and the residents through AI. So the Smart Mission digitalized consular services, eliminating bureaucracy and making support seamless for all nationals and residents. What once used to take minutes, what once used to take weeks, now takes minutes. For example, the document attestation is completed in just 5 minutes. This used to take almost 2 weeks to get it attested in the country and out of the country. UAE emergency passports also used to take a couple of weeks to be issued for Emirati nationals traveling. Now this takes only 30 minutes to be issued. And what is very surprising, what we noticed when we digitalized our services, it's been almost 3 years now in the ministry to have full digitalization, we realized that convenience, just creating convenience, even though we're a non-profitable organization being government, our revenue went up by 20 to 30%, which is very positive for something that we didn't even foresee, just by giving customers convenience, and they prefer dealing with this. So Tathmeer is there. This is what we're providing. At the convenience of your own button, you can learn all about farming, like you heard Mr. Vinod and Mr. Laith say, and this is where we are trying to get this mentality or this culture being embedded across everyone. The relentless drive for efficiency has earned us the leading federal entity award in the ministry, Best Customer Service Award, the Zero Bureaucracy Award, Best AI Award, Best UAE Innovation Award, And this is all in the last 4 years. The same time I started COVID, this is the same, I mean, I started working in the ministry during COVID. This is the same time we started our partnership. And it all fed into together. COVID, of course, exposed global vulnerabilities in food security. In response, I turned to sustainable agriculture, developing farms that feed our nation while protecting our planet. This experience reinforced the simple truth that the future of agriculture is in the technology that is brought in the investment and also in the collaboration. Blythe mentioned earlier, we were actually with the ministry, not the Minister of Economy, but the Minister of SME this morning, and we presented the concept to her, and she said, I already have 70 farms off the top of my list, which I'm willing to put us in contact with because they are struggling. People are given land here, people are given farms, they do not know how to run. And my cousin is the first example, remember? We started with him. So this is what Tathmeer represents. More than a platform, it's an ecosystem connecting farmers, agri-tech innovators, investors to scale solutions that drive profitability and sustainability. So we are revolutionizing the very concept of farm to table. No longer just a supply chain, this is now a fully integrated technology-driven ecosystem that connects production, distribution, and consumption in real time. So imagine a farmer in Al Ain leveraging smart agriculture, partnering with an agri-tech startup in Abu Dhabi, backed by an investor in Dubai, and then having fresh, locally produced, being delivered directly to families all across the UAE, faster and fresher. Just as we revolutionized government services, today we are willing, or we have the opportunity to transform agriculture. So to investors, this is more than just a sector, it's a sustainability legacy. To innovators, push boundaries because the UAE turns challenges into opportunities. To all stakeholders, embrace collaboration as your most powerful tool. And I would like to end with a quote from the late Sheikh Zayed, that the real asset of any advanced nation is its people. Together we can build and prosper with Tathmeer. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Excellency, for those inspiring words. And thank you everyone for joining us today as we embark on this exciting journey at Tathmeer. Together, let's shape the future of agriculture through innovation, sustainability, and collaboration. I now invite Mr. Karthik, our project manager, to invite you all for the post-event program.
Thank you, Rishika. And I think it's time to thank our host. They have been conducting this event so gracefully. Thank you, Rishika and Nasreen, for honoring this. And I also want to thank, on behalf of the entire Tathmeer team, I would like to extend our humble and sincere thanks to all of you who have attended and make this event a great success. Thank you for those brilliant questions and the Q&A session with Mr. Lath. Yeah, as Mr. Lath said, a lunch has been arranged for all of you at Sufra, which is at level 1, and our team will help you in reaching the venue. Thank you and have a good rest of the time. And once again, thank you for honoring us today. Thank you.